Hey guys! So today I'm gonna talk to you guys about how to move on in general. Like, I'm talking about business, personal life, relationships, and everything. Um, Recently, like, I had time to like reflect back in my life, and one of the main things I realized that is the hardest thing for me to do is to step away and to move on from a situation, whether it's business or failure, anything. I'll tell you guys a story. So when I was in high school, I used to compete in science fair, and one of the major things that I used to do is that I'll work really hard, and then I wouldn't accomplish what I wanted. And I remember I participated in science fair for 3 years in high school. Out of the 4 years I was in high school, my first year I made it to like district, and the second year I made it to regionals, and then I told myself like I'll work really hard um, in order to go to like nationals. And then I worked really hard on this project. Like, I literally stayed up all night, and I had like annotated sources, like everything you can think of. And then you know what happened? I failed. And literally, when like when I stayed all night for like 3 months straight to work on this project, and I didn't even place, like that like hurt me so bad, like to the point where like I cried. Like, I'm not even the type of person that cries that much. And then on the last year I just like gave up, and then I didn't even like try to like compete in science fair anymore my last year, because I felt like the pain that I suffered during that year was so great that I just felt like I didn't want to experience it again. And same thing for relationships. And I think like one of the things that I do in order to pick myself up from those type of situations, or like to move on from those type of situations, say it to write, or like journal, or like what I would do is like I'll write like something that I want to believe. Like, for example, when someone breaks up with me, what I do is I write like blank will never come back, and I'll do that like 100 times, and I'll like handwrite them, because when you handwrite something, it's different compared to typing, because you're actually giving energy, and your mind recognize like the movements. I don't know how, but that's how I find the strength to move on from one situation, and to bring myself back up, and to move on in order to put myself in a better situation. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to just kind of sit down with you guys and kind of talk about this subject, because this is like a really hard subject, but it's one of my biggest weaknesses, and one of the things I find most difficult to do for myself. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, just let me know down below what kind of subjects you guys want me to talk about. Bye.